So let me go ahead and share my screen because I have a diagram here I want to show you guys. All right, I have a diagram here I want to show you guys. All right, can you guys see my screen? Push the number 2 if you guys can see my screen. Cool. All right, so I have a diagram here. Let me get a triangle. Here's a triangle. Oh, let's make it a little bigger. Yeah, it's big enough. And let's rotate this upside down. Here we go. All right, and let's draw 3 different levels in here. All right, 3 different levels. Now, what are we gonna do? What's this down here? So let's just do this. Let's do this. Let's just do all one thing. So this here is gonna be your marketing. All right. Now I'm gonna start talking about some things. I'm kind of gonna give you guys an overview of what we're gonna be getting into the next, few weeks. All right. Now we're gonna have marketing at the top here. All right. This is marketing. Basically, that's what we're gonna get into because we're gonna work into that. So at the top here, guys, I want to put PPC, which is pay per click. Basically paid marketing. Okay. If I'm gonna put paid marketing, I want to put forums. Let's make this a little smaller. I am so stuffy right now, guys. Like, it's allergy season, and I am so messed up right now. And then I'm gonna put banner ads up here. Let's put solos. We got banner ads, solos, pay per clicks, forums, and let's leave it at that right here. CPV. All right. I mean, let's just put up here. Hey, we put CPV. All right, let's do this. All right, how many of you guys in here have never done any banner ads, solos, CPVs? Push the number 3 if you guys have never done that. If you guys have never done any of this. Now, I do want to say this. To be able to put $100, $150 into something and make $400, $500 each time, $1,000. How many of you guys want to do that? How many of you guys would want to do that? Basically, learn the different sources, learn what you have to do, learn the great funnels that you have to create, learn the psychology behind everything, just to be able to learn all of that and be able to tie it into your network marketing and tie it into your attraction marketing is very powerful. This is next level marketing, guys, okay? Now, I'm not going to get into that tonight, obviously, because I only have about 10 more minutes with you guys. Let me see. What you say, Corey? I made a lot of friends in advertising. Oh, man. It's unbelievable. Different forums and stuff like that. It's unbelievable. Like I said, we're not going to get into all that right now, though. All right, so we got, at the top here, we have, all the paid, the paid advertisements and all that. Then right here, I'm going to do, your social media marketing. Your Facebook, Twitter, your LinkedIn, your Instagrams, of course. All right, and then down here, I want to put YouTube. YouTube plus others. Okay, plus a lot of people don't even know, but there's a lot of other video marketing sites out there that people actually watch videos on, but not many people are actually utilizing them and marketing on those sites. And people like myself will get on them and just draw the traffic, draw traffic to my websites from those video marketing, different platforms, okay? So we got marketing here. We have the top end. Yeah, there's a lot of different things. We have the PPCs, the forums, the banner ads, the solos. And if you guys have never done banner ads or anything before, I'm going to show you guys how to do banner ads. I'm going to show you guys, where to get it done from for very, very cheap. I mean, some people out there charge like $200, $300. I'm going to show you guys where to get it done for 20 or 10, whatever. Solo ads are great. I mean, you guys have to have the right sources. A lot of you guys have used the proper sources, okay? I think a new site out called. So a lot of you guys have used, the proper sources for solos, but you don't have the proper funnel set up, okay? If that makes sense. You guys don't have the proper psychology behind everything, whether it's your script, your capture page, your actual email campaigns, okay? And the most important thing, the perfect product, the right product. Not the perfect, but the right product. Let me see. What's that? Hold on. All right. I think I heard something. So like I was saying, guys, let's keep it going. So I'm going to show you guys how to get into all of that as we go along here. social media is very powerful. Like I said, when I first got started, I was making a lot of money with just YouTube and Facebook. You know, those are my two main things. And I branched off, started using, you know, a little bit of Instagram. I don't even use too much Instagram and Twitter now. I just started using it, but it is very powerful, and I know a lot of different ways to draw a ton of traffic from those sites. All right, I have softwares out there. I have trainings. I have a lot of different things. I feel like I hear somebody that's on the line with me for some reason right now. Let me see. All right, so let's keep it moving. So like I said, we have YouTube here. A lot of you guys are going to start utilizing YouTube because it's very, very powerful, and we get more into that, okay? So, guys, start writing your questions out. So I'm going to start opening this up for Q&A in a second. But we have the marketing, right? We have our whole marketing and everything. And the next thing we're going to get into is let's draw another box here. Let's make this a little smaller, too. Select this right here. Delete that. And let's get an arrow. Just a little small arrow pointing to this right here. Select this. Let's move it over. All right, so right here, guys, we're going to put in this box. We're going to put, you know, this is going to be your, you know, your capture page and everything, basically, right? Your capture page / blogs. Now, how many of you guys in here are blogging? Push the number 4 if you guys in here are blogging right now. Push the number 4. Guys, I want to tell you something right now. No, so nobody in here is blogging? Push number 4 if you're blogging. Let me just make sure that nobody in here is blogging. Guys, all right. If you're not blogging, you need to start blogging. A lot of you guys don't like to write, and I fully understand. Don't get me wrong, because I hate it myself. All right? There's a lot of ways around it. You know, whether you're outsourcing. Right, exactly, and that's where you guys don't know how to, okay? I think what I'm gonna do, guys, you know what I'm gonna do is, because I've been getting this a lot. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a course, all right? And this course is gonna be centered around SEO and blogging, all right? How many of you guys will actually like that if I did that? To show you guys how to do that. I think I'm gonna do that, some kind of training. Show us the way, OBI. What? All right, I think I'm gonna do that, guys. I think I'm really, because I think I'm gonna start a new blog up, because I don't even give out my blog to anybody, so I don't even want to say, hey guys, go to my blog here. I think I'm gonna start a new blog up, and I'm gonna show you guys how to draw tons and tons of traffic to that blog site from many different, you know, many different arenas, many different places, and draw them all to your one blog. I'm talking about, you know, blogging about something that's going on in today's world, you know, in the network marketing industry. You know, blog about that, rank down the front page, make a video about it, get that traffic to your blog, and then your blog's going to have your offers on it, whether it's, you know, whatever company you're in, products that you're selling, whatever the case may be. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. How many of you guys, you know, I'm going to do that. How many of you guys will like that? Push number 2 if you guys will like that. Push number 2. Inbox 29,000. What? That'll be good. All right, I'm going to do that. Because this is the thing. A lot of you guys want to learn, you know, how to do paid traffic. I mean, you know, paid trafficking, right? But the reason why a lot of you guys want to learn how to do paid traffic is because of the simple fact that you guys don't know how to do free traffic. So if you guys are doing free traffic and you were getting anywhere from, let's say, you know, 10 to 20 leads a day, starting off 10 to 20 leads a day for free, wouldn't that be just as beneficial as doing paid trafficking? If you were getting 10 to 20 leads for free a day on your free traffic, right? Wouldn't that be awesome, guys? Wouldn't that be awesome? So let's do it. Let's I'll work on that for you guys, all right? I'll definitely work on that. So your blog sites is probably going to get 70% of your leads. You know, it's probably going to be like about 70% of your traffic on your blog, and then from your blog site, you're going to send them to your offer, okay? And you know, and basically what happens is you send them to your offer, they opt into your capture page, and you know, and all that, right? Let's draw another arrow. Right? They opt into your capture page, you know, from your blog, and then basically what happens is, you know, from that capture page they go into an autoresponder, right? And now with your autoresponder, let me ask you guys the question: what's the purpose of an autoresponder? What is the purpose of an autoresponder? I want to hear from you guys. Manage your email. Break that down a little bit more for me. What you mean by that? Help you now reply to each email. Corey said, help you not reply to each email one by. I mean, definitely, of course. Capturing leads is what Aaron said. Okay, awesome. Makes your life easier. George, you're absolutely correct. Filter, okay. I think Corey said it earlier in the beginning of this webinar. In the end, you already said in the end, get the leads to signed up. But what is the purpose? Aaron, there you go. That's kind of it. Monetization for lifetime, but it's greater than that. It really is. Monetization for lifetime means, make money for a lifetime because people are gonna buy for you. But if people don't buy, but how are people gonna buy from you? That's the main question. To do the work for you to keep your getting overwhelmed, and it's a personal secretary overnight. Okay, all right. But what is the main reason that people will buy from you? What's the main reason that people are gonna buy from you or join your company? Bingo, Andy. There you go. That's what I was looking for right there, Andy. That's exactly what I was looking for. Andy, you have PayPal? Andy, you have PayPal? I'm gonna send you $10 via PayPal. Is that cool? If you have PayPal, if you don't have PayPal, then all right. What's your PayPal email? I'll send you $10. $10 is $10. If you don't want $10, I'll just keep the $10. But put your email in there. I'll send you a couple dollars, man. That was perfect though. To establish relationships, because look, you're building relationships, guys. You're building relationships. All right. I want you guys to understand that you're building relationships with everybody, because if you're in this business, you want to be in this business for the long term. And the way that you're gonna be, I'm copying down your email right now. If you're gonna be in this business for the long term, okay? If you're gonna be in this business for the long term, you must establish relationships with everybody that you ever encounter. If I would have known this idea from the moment I got started in network marketing, I would have had a list of, I don't even know. I would have had so many people that I would have been, that would have been in my businesses, because I would have kept that relationship with them. But what I did in the beginning is that I was focused all the time on it was a sign-up game to me. I seen you guys talking about sign-up, getting a sign-up. And that was my mentality at first too. I didn't care about offering them value. I just cared about getting it, going out there, and just trying to make it happen. I didn't care about the personal relationships. I didn't understand that. Now I do, and I want you guys to understand that building a relationship is a long-term key to success in this industry. It is. It just is, guys. The purpose of an autoresponder is to build a relationship with your list. Okay? The way you build a relationship with your list is by sending them value, giving them free trainings, giving them softwares, sending them a video just basically saying, hey guys, what's going on? Tori Story here. I just want to let you know that I'm having a fantastic weekend. I just want to cut a quick video saying that I love all my beautiful subscribers. You guys rock. If you have any questions, give me a call. Here's my number, 856-974. That's what it's all about. Because what happens eventually is that somebody, and I get this all the time, somebody will give you a call and say, hey Tori, man, I seen your video, I got your email, and I just wanted to give you a call just to see if you're a real person, and they'd be like, hey, well, yeah, Andy, I'm a real person, what's up, man? Tori, man, I just had a question, about the webinar we had last night, is that cool, Well, yeah, Andy, just first of all, thanks for coming out to the webinar, I'm glad that you were able to make it out, what's your question? Andy asked me his question, and then it says, Tori, and then I answered his question, and then he basically says, Tori, man, thanks for your time. I know you're a busy guy, but, I don't want to hold you up too long, but thanks for your time, man. I just, appreciate you picking up my phone call and really talking to me. That right there could be the difference between Andy and I having a long-term relationship between, or us never talking again. Does that make sense to you guys? Does that make sense? I really hope so. Guys, I'm giving you guys a bunch of important information tonight that's gonna allow for you guys to be able to be in business for a very long time. Okay? So, what are you gonna do that's gonna separate yourself from everybody else? Start, developing a list of people that that you're building relationships with. Get your autoresponders. Understand the different types of marketing. Let me bring up that picture again. Understand the different types of marketing. We're going to start developing this right here for you guys, your blog sites, because I feel like that's very important for all of you guys. I really want you guys to start blogging because it's very important. And blogging means a lot of things, guys. Blogging means, okay, blogging means, having your own personal website, all right? Or even just doing video marketing. Video marketing is a form of blogging, okay? However, if you're just making one video per month, that's not really, blogging. You want to be able to do something at least 3 to 4, and if you're really good, 5 times a week. Whether it's, a video, a website, a blog, on your website, whatever the case may be, 3 to 5 times a week, all right? So, guys, I really hope that you guys enjoyed tonight's webinar. This is just a scratching the surface, like I told you guys, attraction marketing. If you guys missed the beginning of this webinar, you really missed a lot of things. But what I want to do for the last 10 minutes is I want to open this up for you guys for Q&A. Make sure that your questions are related to tonight's topic. Don't start asking about paid advertising and my sources and all that, because we're going to get there. This is a process. And like I said, take this, tonight, guys, take this. I'm so sorry. I'm so stuffed up right now. I need some Claritin or something. I'm really stuffy. But take this tonight and start branding yourself, okay? I sound like you. Start branding yourself. Start setting yourself apart from what everybody else is doing, and really understand that you need to find a way where people are going to start wanting to join you instead of that business opportunity that you're marketing. Okay? Sounds good? All right, guys. You're welcome. So let's start. Let me start fielding questions for the last 9 minutes. Do not ask me about anything that I am doing as far as any companies I'm in. Don't ask me about no softwares that I'm selling. This is strictly about attraction marketing that we did tonight, and anything that we covered tonight, that's what I'm going to be answering questions about, okay? Like I said, I am not selling anything, so do not ask me about anything that I'm selling or marketing, okay? I'm not even in the mood to sell anything. All right? How did you decide or brainstorm to find out what you offer differently, the process as it were? So how did you decide or brainstorm to find out what you were doing find what you offer differently, the process as it were? So, Andy, just to make sure that I understand your question correctly, right? Are you basically asking me, like, how did I basically figure out what I was going to do differently than everybody else when I was, basically when I was marketing? Okay. So, here's the thing. When I first started, I understood that, I was competing against a lot of people. That when I first got started, I was up against the people like me, the people like, I don't want to name drop, but I was against a lot of top marketers, and I was like, why would people, and the thing is, and it was so funny because my first month of network marketing, I found out how to rank videos, and within my first month of network marketing, I was on the very first page for the actual keyword of the company I was in, which was a very hard keyword, but I was competing against, people that were making $8,000 a week, in that company. So I had to figure out how was I gonna separate myself from them? What were they doing that were drawing people to them, and what could I do differently? So what I realized is this: a lot of people that that are making 6 figures in their businesses, right? A lot of times they forget where they came from. Okay, and that pisses me off because when I got started, nobody helped me. I had to go out there and figure it out myself. My sponsor did not help me. All right? And that pisses me off to this day, and I guess that's the reason why I am today. This is the reason why I make sure I help my team, and I do webinars for them. I do training sites, whatever. That's what made me the person I am today, okay? Because I don't want nobody to have to go through that. I want to make sure I help people, and I create things that are duplicatable for my team. So what I started doing is I started providing training. I didn't know where my whole upline. I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but I was providing training to people that made sense. And I was just providing training to people that based off of the things that I was doing that was working for me. And once I started doing that and people started seeing success, that's when I started getting more bigger online because people started seeing, hey, Tori's offering this good ass, like you need to check out that website he made because that website is killing it right now. Like you need to go ahead and get on that website and start, learning that stuff that he's teaching. So I started providing value to everyone, okay? And not just keeping it to myself. A lot of times people would make a lot of, they make a lot of money, but they don't want to share how they're making that money. They don't want to share their marketing strategies. You know what I'm saying? So what I started doing, I just put it out there. Like, this is what I'm doing. I'm not gonna hide it. There's plenty of there's plenty of paid marketing websites out there. There's plenty of people looking to start a home-based business, okay? So figure out what it is that you can provide to people that's gonna separate yourself from them. Make sense? And then I taught myself how to make softwares and and all that, of course. But that's as I got more advanced. Okay. Sounds good. We talk about teamwork equals dreamer, but work hard. How about making a video attractive to our team? You think that works? Hold on. We talk about teamwork makes the dream work. How about making a video attracting to our team? So, are you saying like making like a video with your team that basically like attract your marketing through that? Is that what you're saying now, Corey? Is that what you're saying? I am so stuffy. Oh my gosh, my sinuses are going through. My allergies are crazy right now. I'm so sorry, guys. Today was just the worst day for all day today. I was actually trying to find a 24-hour pharmacy about 2 hours ago. Excuse me, but I couldn't find anything. It was like a half an hour away. I was like, I'm not going over there. Yeah, so that people know they're absolutely, guys. If you guys follow me, there's one thing you guys understand. If you guys follow me is that I put my team before myself. So I'm always posting pictures of my team. I think the last post on my timeline is probably shout out to my New Jersey team, but they had a house meeting today, and unfortunately I was unable to make it today, but they had about 15 to 20 people there, and so I told them to send me some pictures, and I post those pictures just to show people like, hey, this is a movement going on, I'm not the only one doing it, but there's hundreds of other people that I'm associated with that's actually doing it as well. So what happens is, typically what happens, guys, is when you approach somebody about your business, they might not get started with you because they don't see a movement going on. But once you create a movement around whatever it is you're doing, what people tend to do typically is they follow the crowd. So when we're doing house meetings or when we're taking pictures or whatever, if people see 20 people in a picture or at a house meeting, they're gonna join not because of the company. Like I said, anybody will join any company, but they'll join just because of the movement they see that's going on. Because they follow the crowd. A lot of times people follow the crowd. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense at all? Cool. All right, great. Is there any questions, guys? Any other questions? All right, off topic. That's a nice track jacket. Thanks, John. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I bought this in Atlantic City. This is a medium. It's a medium. I think I'm turning into a large now, man. Like, oh man, woo, starting to gain too much weight. It's all good. So yeah, guys. It's here. So let me see. If you have any questions, guys. Throw your questions on. I got about 3 more minutes. Let's put your questions out there. Red Lobster. Yeah, that lobster is pretty good. Yeah, so that people know their business. Off topic. We talk about teamwork, ambivalence. Ambivalent assistance, word, my whole upline left. And that's unfortunate, Carlos, because oftentimes, people join other people that don't know what they're doing in a business and they're trying to figure it out for themselves, which is not a bad thing, but oftentimes, instead of working with that person and try to figure it out with them, they go off by themselves and they don't make it happen and their whole downline falls apart. And people don't understand, but that affects other people's lives and families. Because a lot of times people get started in a business like this and in a network marketing profession because they're looking to get out of a situation. And if you don't have the answer for somebody's situation to help them get out of that situation, that can be hurtful, okay? And for all of you guys that fat one likes all of you guys that are in here, okay? Understand that each person that you talk to and each person that you bring into your business, you're affecting somebody's household and somebody's life. So really take that into consideration when you're talking to somebody, okay? So if somebody doesn't join your business opportunity, understand that for some people, this is a life-changing decision, okay? Understand that. Are you hosting that meeting in Philly? My sponsor said there's a meeting in Philly first week. Yeah, George. Actually, tomorrow we're this past Friday I got word. Hold up, we're getting into my business now. So yeah, so George, the answer to that is yes, and I'm not gonna get more into that right now. It's all good. You can contact me on Facebook. Don't ask me. I'll get more into that on Facebook. You don't know? Yeah, exactly, Corey. Exactly. All right. So, guys, ways to market an offline meeting. Ways to market an offline meeting. Okay. Now, offline, and you know it's 11 o'clock now, so I'm gonna say this real quick. Offline is very powerful. I'm gonna write this down so that we can go ahead and get more into this next time. I'm either gonna have another one of another training next week, guys, or the following week, and we're gonna start getting into more detailed training at Facebook and whatever we want to do. All right, I'm gonna basically leave that group that I have you guys in for the event. I'm gonna leave that open, and next week I just redo the times and everything. And I'll ask you guys what do you guys want to learn next week, whatever. But offline marketing in a nutshell, very powerful, very very powerful. If you guys are not doing offline marketing, get offline, please. You just start doing something offline, whether you know what you're doing or not. This week alone, get offline and just start talking to people. Okay, get used to it. I want you guys to start reading a book called GoPro. All right, talks about offline marketing there. You guys can learn a little bit from that, but I'll actually hold a course for offline marketing for you guys within the next week or two. Okay, sounds fair? Because my Jersey team, with just offline alone, got to about 100 people in about a month. And like I said, I'll show you guys, different strategies and stuff. So, let me see here. GoPro, yeah, yep, GoPro. By Eric Worre, exactly. Yeah, guys, Eric Worre is a monster. He's a monster. It's funny because a lot of times people that have read the book, they'll be like, Tori, the way I talk and some of the quotes that I use are from that book. And they'll be like, man, I read that same quote in the book and everything. I'm like, yeah, it's a great book. It sticks with you. Any person that's just getting started in network marketing, if you read GoPro by Eric Worre, it'll advance your marketing by months, and I mean that. I think Saint, you're in here. Saint, have you finished the book yet? Santos? It was funny because me and Saint were in the car, and Saint was like, hey, man, one of the things you said at the meeting, I was reading, the book and everything, and I noticed that you were using some of the stuff from the book at the last meeting. I was like, yeah, I use some of the stuff offline that he teaches in that book, so read it. It's an awesome book. It's an easy read. You could probably read it all in one night, Andy. Read it. Leave a comment, in our event group or on my wall, whatever. Tell me how you liked it because it's an awesome book. So guys, that's our time for tonight. Let's go ahead and make this happen next week or the following week. I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna do these at least twice a month. Like I told you guys, I'm very busy. But I'm gonna dedicate at least 2 Sundays a month to you guys. All right. You guys have a phenomenal night. Enjoy the rest of your night. Talk to you guys later on, guys. You guys were awesome. Have a great day. Thanks.